Do you like being stereotyped as the good-looking person?
Brands were coming, Netflix was coming, Google was coming. I can't tell you how much of work we lost.
Waiting for is for you to go on India's Got Latent. Will you?
People might think that we don't talk anymore. That's not true. Samay and I am on very good terms. I'm very, very inspired by his journey too. Are you a therapist? You will eat dog? I said no, I won't eat dog because nobody's forcing me to eat dog. That's where I draw the line. There's Hindu, Muslim, Jainism, Sikhism, cricket. Great working with the sharks as well. Kunal, oh my god. Vinita is Piyush, also is Ritesh, Namita. Aman is fun. Playlist is not even bipolar, like multiple
like the
personality.
work
you do. Yeah, it's spread out. Good thing about Gen Z and alphas is they understand themselves much more with clarity. I was like, I know you're very famous and you're an actor and you're not going to read this, but I have to tell you, you have my heart. I'm learning so much. Itna lamba maine likha
respond?
No. Share memes with me, but not the cool memes, like those Ganji Chudel memes type. Babes, age is just a number, it's the energy. I'm like, what are you saying? Wanting something and being able to do something are two very different things. It's like a Venn diagram, they're very exclusive.
Hi from Brut and welcome to the other side. Actually, welcome to the other sides today because there's just so much to explore with our guest who's on here today. Chat, please will you give it up for Sahiba Bali.
Hello, I love how you said chat. They always scare me.
Yeah?
Because they're so funny. And chat always says anything and everything. I say, actually, they're very creative.
That's why I engage with chat because you get the most ridiculous plus the most unique comments out there.
They're too good. I agree. DM'd Shahid Kapoor.
Are you serious? Yeah. What? Please tell me.
I don't know what film. I think it was Heather. And I loved it so much. And I had written, I was like, I know you're very famous and you're an actor and you're not going to read this, but I have to tell you, you have my heart. I'm learning so much. Itna lamba maine likha
respond?
No.
Did you ever get to work with him after that?
You know, actually never, and I really want to because I have been a great fan of his work.
Yeah.
And I've always had a little crush on him growing up.
I won't lie, same boat.
Hana? Yeah,
same boat.
He's just too good. So if I ever get a chance, I will show him that chat because it's still there. That this was me a couple of years ago.
That's the thing with Instagram, no? It's always there.
It's always there.
Unless you delete it and then the other person gets to know you've deleted it.
Unless you're putting people on disappearing mode, which is very sus.
Oh, you use disappearing?
Yeah.
Oh. For what?
Actually, I don't use it. People have put me on disappearing and I find that very ridiculous. And then I remove disappearing. And then they put it back and now we don't talk anymore because it's just like, what is this ego battle going on?
Yeah. You always say that whenever I get asked this one question, what do? You have to take a pause and you have to think about it. How do you balance all of this in yourself, mentally and emotionally?
It's actually quite hard. I'm not going to lie. When it started, it was very exciting and it was always like, yes, I can do this. And it was very rewarding that, I have that in me, the ability to do it. And I think it's because I'm the only child and I'm a product of two working parents. So I was very often alone. And my parents made me hyper productive because I was doing Bharatnatyam 4 to 5 and then 6 to 7 I was learning my Casio and then I was jazz lessons. So I was constantly on. I was doing something or the other. I didn't have a pause. And I think that just stayed throughout.
Yeah.
So now when I have free time, I get a panic attack, which is not healthy at all.
Yeah.
I don't know how to switch off. So the bad side of it is it does take a toll on your mental health. And I'm trying to learn how to take a break. In fact, that's my 2025 resolution that give yourself time, give yourself space. But the rewarding factor is that the ability that you can tell people that you do all of these things. And humans were never cut off to just pursue one thing.
Correct.
There were hunters, there were gatherers, there were family men, there were kings. I mean, I don't believe that you only have to do one thing. And I think society needs to start accepting it because till date, I get asked, but like I was telling you, but what do you actually do? And people can't fathom that this is a possibility. So and I balance it by everyday working. And when I know that I need to give myself time or my family time, then I switch off and I give where my time is needed.
So, would you say that you're an avoidant person in terms of, if you have something emotionally that is tormenting you, then conveniently, you have work to go to.
Are
Do
you a
do that?
therapist? Oh my God. Because yes, I have a very strong avoidant attachment style.
You know why I tell you this?
Yeah.
Because often avoidant people fill themselves with work, so they can't have that space, as you said.
Yeah.
You don't get time to yourself.
Yeah.
They don't have that space to then get into their mind emotionally and mentally.
You're crazy. Oh my God. Yes. So I know that this is my personality trait.
Yeah.
When anything comes my way that I don't want to deal with, I completely burden myself from distractions, which is work. And I have found an escape in work.
Mm-hmm.
So whenever I'm going through anything, and recently happened, if I'm going through anything, I would just be like, no, I'm too busy to deal with this, and just like dry. And that's how I am. And I believe that it's because of your childhood.
Yes, yeah.
And I think that's why I cited that example, because throughout childhood, I was always doing so many things, and I always got rewarded for doing so many things. So it was always like, if you get 95 in your boards, you will get a laptop of your choice.
Correct.
If you perform well, you will get rewarded with this. So I think because of that pattern, I have become like this.
Also because, as you said, that you used to go to art class, you used to go to Bharatnatyam.
Yeah.
So all of those different fields, I think, has made you open up to everything that you do in terms of broadcasting, acting.
Yeah.
But I want to take you back. You essentially do broadcasting and acting now, of course. But you used to be a marketeer.
Yes.
We all know the Zomato story.
Right.
But I want to, how did you start? Because you went to DU, Delhi
Yeah.
University. Then, of course, you did your
Masters. in the
master's.
UK.
And then Oxford happened.
Yes.
So how did then...
The jump to
Yeah.
this. So not many people know this, that I started acting at a very young age. I was from a theatre background. So amongst many things that my parents encouraged me to do, one of them was theatre. And I did my first play, which was Oliver Twist, when I was 4 years old.
Oh, damn. Yeah.
And that was in Stein Auditorium and Habitat Center, which is an equivalent of, say, NCPA. So it was a big production. And from that, I used to do theatre every year, like in a proper production, not like a children's workshop.
Yeah.
Then in school, I was doing theatre. And then in DU, I was the president of the Dramatic Society where I was. So theatre was always there. But it was always a passion. So if anyone said, Sahiba, what are your hobbies? It would come under my hobby category. And if they would ask, what do you want to do in the future? Then it would be the corporate job that eventually I want to be a CMO. I want to build brands. I want to work in the United Nations. So my education was very formal in terms of I did economics, then I did marketing, and then I did my advanced studies within marketing. So acting was never a career choice.
Yeah.
So when I started doing corporate, we thought that for years I'm going to do this, and one day eventually, inshallah, I'll become CMO. But while I was doing corporate, the love for acting kept on knocking. Like I kept on craving it, and I got opportunities because when I was doing my masters, I did a film, and I could balance them both.
Okay.
And then
Which one?
Laila Majnu happened when I was doing my masters.
Really?
Yeah.
That was alongside your master's?
I was long time my masters. I was traveling from UK to Kashmir to shoot.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it took a lot of convincing from my end towards my parents to let me do it, because rightfully so, they said, this is
Once
your
you get into
education.
it, then it's...
Yeah. So I promised them, that I will do them both well, and I did. And then when I got my corporate job, I did Bard of Blood for Netflix. I did Tanav for Sony Live, and I did a lot of TVCs and short films in between. So I could handle the two. But then suddenly, I think content came, digital boom came. I started gaining a lot of followers. My love for entertainment started growing. Acting started happening a lot. So then
When did Chimkila happen?
Chimkila happened when I was at Unacademy. Yeah.
Did they let you
Yeah.
take a break and...
Yeah, because I had a hybrid. Unacademy is based out of Bangalore. I was working from Delhi at a hybrid role.
Oh, crazy.
So I could take some days or the weekends off.
Yeah.
So whenever I was doing my full-time corporate job, these projects came alongside, and I did all of them while working.
Yeah.
But so much so after that, because many opportunities started coming, and I felt that was more rewarding. My heart was there. So I moved towards the entertainment industry.
Would you ever want to build your own brand though?
I thought about it. I really wanted to do a jewelry brand.
Do tell.
Yeah, but I haven't really got into it because I was like, okay, now too much is happening. And I want to give everything ample amount of time. I don't want to do anything half-heartedly.
Yeah.
So hopefully, I really want to start a jewelry brand. Affordable but sustainable jewelry for everyday wear. But when we come into it, we'll come into that.
Absolutely. But getting back to the sports side of it, was it difficult for you to, catch on to it? Because sports commentating can be a lot.
IPL, because then you have multiple teams and you have players from all around the world and you need to know about everyone. So what happened is that I'm very grateful that Star Sports saw this potential in me, and they had approached me last season.
How did that happen?
They had, I think, got a reference that there's this girl called Sahiba.
Oh, nice.
And she's doing anchoring and hosting, and she's very good with talking to people. And that's how they approached me. Said, we've seen a lot of your work and we like how you interact with people and we need someone like that. But I chickened out because I said, cricket commentary I have seen growing up and I don't have enough faith in myself that I can crack it. And they said, no, you can do it. We'll train you. We are here to train you. We're not throwing you into the field right away, not in the war zone. We'll train you, and only once you're trained, you're going to go there. And it's not like you have the job. You have to audition, test, and prove yourself. I'm like, okay, fair. But no, I chickened out. So that season, I didn't do it. The next season, they called and they said, do you want to? Because we know that you're into sports as a viewer. That is sufficient enough to get trained. And I said, okay. And I said, okay, let's give this a shot. I had a 7 to 8 hour audition, which I prepped for like crazy. I had a lot of cricket knowledge growing up. So I knew the game, but a lot of current knowledge I had to brush up on because the formats have changed and there are a lot of new players and stuff. So I completely sank myself into cricket. I had to prep a lot. We had to do impromptu live broadcasting tests. We had to do interview tests. We had to do vlog tests. Did everything. Body language is very, very important in broadcasting. Because if you see all the ladies and gents who are on field talking, they have to be like proper. Very proper. So all of that happened and I gave all the tests and thankfully it worked out. And they said, okay, you got the job, now you have to get trained. So everything happened. So I'm very grateful because people might think that you get a job because you're popular or because you have a certain following and they want you to get this job because of that. It's not that at all. They did not care about my background at all. They just cared about how I talk or how I do the job. And to actually put me to a rigorous audition and test and to test my cricket knowledge, I was so happy because that gave me confidence that I can do it.
Correct.
Because the previous season I was like, I can't do this. And then I loved it. Like I always look forward to the next championship or the next tournament. I've realized how so much of India is full cricket worship. It is a religion. There's Hindu, Muslim, Jainism, Sikhism, cricket. It is a religion, and I see why it is, because even when I am on the field, half of my mind is trying to look behind ke ho kya raha hai, because it gives you so much emotional stress.
I saw that Nitish video.
I'm crying.
You're crying.
I'm sorry. Most of my broadcast, this girl is crying. My World Cup, I'm crying. My World Club piece. When Nitish made his century, I'm crying. And my parents like, what are you doing there? I said, ab aise hi hai.
I think it's also the feeling because you are there on the field. You have seen and there are 10,000 other people who are sharing the same kind of feeling and emotion.
I think that's why, because I interact with fans and I interact with the cricketers. So I see the passion from both. Like how they want to prove themselves and work for India, and how these fans are leaving their jobs and schools and everything just to watch like 1 hour of the match. Correct. So it gets quite emotional. I think
that's what a relationship between two things or two people is, right? It's work from both sides, and I feel like because the fans are like that, the cricketers are that much more giving.
Yeah, and hero worship I think comes from that.
Correct.
And I also don't feel that sirf cricket hero worship mein. When I started, I worked with Ramcharan and Junior NTR for this one video I've done with them, just one. And that video got so much love because of the hero worship of the two. And that's the first time where I realized is that India is all heart. India is only heart and emotion.
You had a pretty good YouTube run. Have a pretty good YouTube run.
Yeah.
How did you think of starting that?
So this actually happened back in my corporate job where our company was known for social media, is known for marketing, and has aced it all thanks to a lot of brilliant people in the company, whether it was Twitter, Instagram, but YouTube was the one that was used only as a performance channel. Like we used to run digital ads and all our ads on it. So it was only performance marketing based till one day my manager, Chandan, I've spoken about him on every podcast I've done. He's my mentor, where he said that, why aren't we doing anything here? And I was like, we really should, because YouTube has a lot of potential. And at that time, during COVID, there was no brand who had a YouTube channel.
Yeah.
There was no brand that was a content creator on YouTube.
Yeah.
And then I was like, let's test this. I will work on it. You leave it to me. And they had faith in me to run it. And we started doing a lot of testing on how YouTube works. I started studying about YouTube. I met a lot of people from Google to help me understand everything. And again, build a foundation, like learn the skill to do something. So then, and also they knew that I'm an actor. And we didn't have budgets because again, it was something that we hadn't done and we were testing. So we had literally no budget, zero budget.
Yeah, I understand that.
Yeah. So, and I was taking and I was taking care of the budget. So I was frugal too. So they said, "Okay, tu hi host ban ja, because we're not going to pay you." I was like, I get it. So you be the host. So I remember like this, I bought on Amazon my, what's this called? Tripod.
Yeah.
The tripod, I got my phone, I put it and I started making YouTube videos in my house during COVID for the brand.
Yeah.
So we made like 10 videos like that and it got a lot of traction. Not as much as we expected, but it got a lot of traction. Yeah. And then we hired more team, Bhavisha, Shraddha, Gol, a lot of people to now expand this. And then we started working with other YouTubers and we started collaborating, started making proper IPs. And once we put in all our efforts into it, it became probably the biggest brand YouTube channel and still is. Yeah. And we never ran any revenue on it. I wish we had, because it would have been a great business now for the brand.
What? Are you serious?
We didn't run any ads on it.
You guys didn't make any money out of YouTube?
No, because again, my thought was that we want to entertain people and want to bring brand love. I don't want to annoy anyone with ads. And that was also a good thing because there were no ads on those. I don't think there's still ads.
Which is why it worked as well.
Which is why it worked also.
Yeah. Let's get into Shark Tank.
Yeah.
It's running right now, season 4.
Yeah.
Everyone loves Shark Tank. Tier 1, Tier 2, Tier 3, India, everything.
Even I was first a viewer than anything else.
Same.
Yeah.
But how was the journey for you? Co-hosting, especially with Ashish.
So Ashish and I have only done 2 episodes together.
Yeah.
Rest I've been alone and he's been alone, but it's been great working with him. He's extremely
so when I saw you on the sets, it was
separate.
Both of you
we
guys
were working on separate episodes.
Oh.
Yeah, only 2 episodes are there that we've probably done together. But I think in the 3 months that we were shooting Shark Tank, only 2-3 days we were together. But he's a great guy. He just had a baby. He's extremely funny. So it was great working with him. It was great working with the sharks as well.
Yeah.
All of them have a very different personality. Type A, Type B, Type C, typical.
And the newer sharks as well, right? Kunal and Safa.
Kunal, oh my God, I love that guy. He is very calm, very composed, has a lot of clarity, comes with immense experience. Both of us are from the same school. Obviously, he's my senior. He's a Delhi boy. So I really was very impressed and inspired by him. And actually, he's an example of how I would like to conduct myself.
Yeah?
Yeah.
That nonchalant?
I aim to be that calm and composed. Like, that is my goal. Like, I really wish I could have his calmness and his body language and everything. He's very, very cool.
Yeah, but the funny part is, he also is funny.
Yeah.
So I don't understand. Like, he'll be with
he's
a
very
straight
hard
face.
to, very mysterious. No, that's the goal. I want to be that mysterious that you don't know what she's thinking. And that's the thing. Whenever I was sitting with Kunal talking to him, or it was an interview or a question I had to do.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's going to crack a joke. I don't know if he's enjoying this conversation.
Yeah.
And that's nerve-wracking in a good way.
Correct.
Yeah. Vinita is super intelligent. Mm-hmm. Like she knows what needs to be said and what needs to be done, ... Yeah. Namita is also very clear, all heart. Also, she's gorgeous. She's just beautiful. Aman is fun. He's a really fun guy, and he's like no bullshit. Like he will give it how it is.
Yeah, we had visited the sets, and he looked at the Brut camera and he was like, I'm scared of Brut.
Yeah.
I'm scared of Brut because you know the history with Brut and another shark.
Yeah. So that's what I like about him, that there is no filter.
Correct.
So everyone's very different. Piyush also is very frugal in what he has to say. So when he says anything, it is like cut to cut.
Yeah.
Like it's very, very direct. And
Piyush is a shy boy.
He is. But he's also very sweet. He's very all heart. And Ritesh, I loved.
Yeah.
He's always smiling on set. He is always smiling. He's very positive. And I think, if I'm not wrong, he had invested in maximum number of companies this season. Yeah.
Wow.
So all of them very interesting.
Also because he was new, full on.
Yeah. And he's just 30, very inspiring and motivating that, you're 30, you're a billionaire, you have multiple companies you're working, investing in. So it's great to be part of that jungle.
Correct. Did that give you any insight into your investment journey? If you would ever want to go, if you would want to invest in certain things?
I did, because I started talking to them. I started understanding, because a few companies had come to me this year for a kind of partnership with equity in marketing. I give them some marketing expertise and I get equity in exchange.
Yeah.
But I wasn't ready for it. Like I said, unless my foundation is cleared, I don't want to get into it. So I learned a lot from them, and probably a little more time than I can get into it.
Would you want to break a trauma cycle that you have been accustomed to? Or your life has been
I am
good?
So bad with dealing with emotions and healing. I have been broken years ago, and I should have healed then. And I'm still in my process of healing. In fact, yesterday before going to bed, I'm breathing and I'm like, Sahiba, you gotta heal yourself because this is not good. This is not good. It's about time. Stop running away. But yeah, there's so many patterns that I go through. People pleasing is one of them.
Yeah.
Not being able to say no.
Yes.
These are things that just saying things just so the other person is happy. Like, again, people pleasing behavior. So there are a lot of patterns in me that I really want to break.
I think this is also a very millennial thing. Like our generation is very people pleasing, and even if, like, suppose you work for a corporate, if there is a millennial, they're gonna be like, yes sir, I'll do this for you, whatever it takes. But if there's like a Gen Z or a Gen Alpha, if they get jobs now, they're just gonna be like, no, my mental space
understand themselves.
Correct.
I feel like the good thing about Gen Z and Alphas is they understand themselves much more with clarity.
Yeah.
And I feel like millennials were always there to appease someone, whether it's your parents, your teachers, your professors, your work. And it could be so because lack of opportunities during our time. Like we were told that बोर्ड्स में इतने मार्क्स लाओ, इतने पैसे कमाने हैं, डॉक्टर इंजीनियर, ये दो तो फील्ड है. सो आवर चाइल्डहुड वाज लाइक दैट, एंड नाउ दैट वी आर अडल्ट्स वी आर लाइक, but this is not true.
Correct.
There's so many jobs, and there is I don't have to do this. I can do this if I want to. The want aspect is there, and millennial parents are more open with their children. So I think that people pleasing thing is quite pissing off, to be honest. I really want to fix it, and I tell myself, okay, today you're going to draw a boundary, and then I'm like, yes, sure, whatever you want, I will do.
And then it doesn't happen.
It just doesn't happen. In fact, I went for therapy and it lasted 3 days because I was like, again, I was like, this is too much, because facing my emotions, I'm running away. So like when she started talking to me, I'm like, oh my God, this is so much. This is too much baggage. And I'm like, okay, I'm done with you. I have a shoot to go to.
No, but I think we're breaking that cycle. I think the people who are younger to us, they know their boundaries. And I feel like our kids will too.
I can't tell you, yesterday it was my cousin sister's 18th birthday. So we had a family dinner, and my little 6-year-old cousin was there. And she suddenly picked up a bag and walked away and sat alone somewhere.
Okay.
And I followed her. I was like, what happened? She's like, I just need to be alone. There's too many people. I'm like,
oh my God.
Like, I get it. You need
space. We used to like die for attention.
Yeah. When she wanted her space. I was like, I will give it to you because I understand. And then after 2 minutes, she came. She's like, yeah, okay, now I'm fine. I'm like, what is happening?
Oh my God.
Yeah.
The world is changing, and I'm so happy because it's for the better.
Yeah, I'm glad. Like, she was probably overstimulated with so many relatives and us just questioning and, doing cheek, kissing, hugging. And she just needed her 2 minutes to just recoup and then come back.
Wow.
I was so impressed.
Gotta learn something from your niece.
Yeah, I could never.
Do you like being stereotyped as the good-looking person?
No.
Because there's a lot of your comments that only focus on the way you look.
Yeah. See, I don't have anything to do with my looks. It is beyond my control.
Yeah.
I mean, I can make it better. As a normal human, I would not want to make it worse. But there is nothing about my looks and that I had control over. So when people say that XYZ is only possible because she looks like this, I feel so bad. Where I shouldn't feel bad. I should take it as a compliment.
Correct.
Like, thank you to my grandparents, my family, the genes, the Kashmiri genes and Pakistani genes, whatever I have.
Yeah.
But just to kind of dilute everything that I've done, all the hours of effort, education, background, lack of sleep, fighting with everyone to get here, just to be like, oh, she is this because of what's it called?
Makes it frivolous.
Face card.
Face card, yeah.
That face card thing makes it very frivolous because this is beyond my control and I have controlled everything to reach here. So I do feel really, really bad. But the only people who have commented are people without a face on Instagram. Like, there are these bots and usually men. And I keep on telling myself that it is their problem. It is not you.
Correct.
So earlier, once or twice it hurt me and I'm like, no, now I'm fine. It doesn't matter.
I'll tell you something. This made me instantly feel better. Nawazji once said that all the haters, they are hating on you because they don't have anything else to do. They're jobless in life.
Yeah.
Their own parents are not happy with them.
Yeah.
Let them be.
I agree. You know why? Because now not now, since years what I've been doing is on social media, because there's so much hate. Whenever I see any video getting hate, I always comment something nice. Like, I spend a lot of time on social media just commenting stuff on random people.
Yeah, you're a commenter.
I'm such a commenter. Yeah, and you will only see it's positive. I just want to spread love on Instagram.
Yeah, all hearts and sparkle.
And then I get hate on that saying, yahan par bhi aa gayi. Or you're just trying to do this. I'm like, no. So I remember I have a lot of food content that comes on my Instagram, and a lot of people have out of the ordinary food lifestyles. Which is not palatable to rest of India. For example, when I went to Northeast, I had a grasshopper.
Yeah.
Because in Arunachal, they eat grasshoppers. So I wanted to try it. And that video got so much hate. And people were trolling this girl who was making some grasshopper food. And I'm just sending her hearts. I'm like, I love how you have cooked with bamboo. Such a great culture that you have. I would like to try it all. And all comments are like, kaise kha sakti hai tu janwar ye. And my point is, that is not your lifestyle. That is not your culture. It's theirs. So you just respect it. Nobody's telling you to join it.
Correct. It's
right?
Yeah.
Like, they said, oh, but you will eat dog. I said, no, I won't eat dog because nobody's forcing me to eat dog. That's where I draw the line. But yeah, I will eat a grasshopper. It's okay. I'm not drawing my line there. If you're pure vegetarian, I am never going to ask you to have non-vegetarian. That's where you draw your line. Yeah. So I really, he's completely right. You were saying, Navasa, because... these people don't know better.
Exactly. And they wish that they were in your place. That's always something that, that you can very clearly see off of a hater.
Yeah.
You used to get a lot of hate for working with these boys also.
Yeah.
Have you learned to deal with it, or you just don't give...
No, it happens so often, and I've told myself, I can't control it, because if I don't work in a particular way, I'm going to get hate. If I work in a particular way, I'm going to get hate. If I talk about certain things, I'm going to get hate. If I don't talk about them, I'm going to get hate. So nothing I do can appease everyone.
Correct.
So I will live life on my own terms. And there are 50% of people who are waiting for me to work with these people. And there are 50% who don't understand it. But then my job is not to make you happy. Our job is to work and make sure that we are happy.
Yeah, honestly, I wait for yours and Kullu's videos. It's so cute.
It's great. After months, because I got so much hate, I took a step back and I told Kullu, I don't want to work. I mean, I don't want us to work together because this is getting too much for me.
But I feel like with you and Kullu, to Kullu gets the hate.
No, I get the hate.
What?
I get so much of hate. And then he was very sweet. He put this entire story on Instagram as well, saying, please stop commenting like that. And I said, they won't stop. And they have this perception of me for some reason. I don't want to work.
Yeah.
We took a break for 5 months. We didn't do anything.
Yeah.
And we were really missing it because we love working together, and the brands were coming, Netflix was coming, Google was coming. I can't tell you how much of work we lost because of some people. And this was day before that I called him. I said, I'm in Bombay, let's meet. And we met and we were like, why aren't we working? It doesn't matter. And we shot a vlog.
Yeah.
And he put a reel. And we spent the entire day together. And it was only love. Like, that reel has only got love.
Yeah.
And then we're like, okay, there's no stopping now. Like, enough is enough. It's fine. We'll do it because it makes us happy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of people were waiting for such good, content as well.
And we don't do it for numbers. We don't do it for engagement. We don't do it because he wants to scratch my back. I want to scratch it, because it's just so enjoyable. And brands and platforms love it because they're getting the love. So if everyone's happy, so let's just create a happy ecosystem.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One more thing I'm waiting for is for you to go on India's Got Latent. Will you? Do you
Everyone's
want to?
telling me to. So he had called me a few months ago, and there was a creator that was released also, me, a few people, and this was a couple of months ago, but it couldn't happen because dates didn't work. Now he's going on tour, so I don't know, but I'm very proud of him. Like, he smashed it. He's so young. He's so passionate. So I'm just really happy that it's going really well for him.
Yeah. But tell me, when will you go? I want to see. Everyone genuinely want to see, because so you and Samay used to have a really good camaraderie with each other.
We
as
still
well.
do. We meet. Of course, we don't put it on social media, again for the same reason that people will start talking. So we still chat, we still talk. We
More
talk
so now,
work.
I think.
More so now. And so we've decided social media doesn't need to know. So we caught up last month and we chilled throughout. He told me everything about work, life, I did. We keep in touch very often. So people might think that we don't talk anymore. That's not true. Samay and I am on very good terms. I'm very, very inspired by his journey too. But when it comes to the show, it's up to him. It's his show, what he feels is right with the correct number of people and who and all. And also, his show is something that my parents will be like, acha.
Exactly, which is why.
Yeah, but my mom loves me working with Samay too.
Yeah?
Yeah, she also really enjoys those videos for some reason.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
You have been, and your work has been a case study for a lot of, people in the marketing aspect.
Yeah.
But in the acting space, you're still working your way.
I am still work in progress. Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah.
So do you ever feel that sort of, pressure more than anything, or that sort of just, am I in the right place?
Yeah. No, it does. The only thing that keeps me going is the fact that I've been doing it since I was 4. So very young Sahiba knew acting, but
theatre is very different.
Very different. Yeah. But acting is there. So that love is not going to die out. And that love is what keeps me going. And I still continue to do theatre. Once a year I do a small production because of my love for theatre. And the thing is, it's very, very tough in Bombay. And I audition almost... I don't know how many auditions I've given since a decade now. Since 10 years I've been auditioning. And now I'm picky also because there's some roles that I wouldn't want to do. There's some kind of shows that do not align, or there's some requirements that I'm not comfortable with. So there are many projects that I say no to. Sometimes dates don't work and sometimes I don't get selected, and it's okay. It's part and parcel of this life. And rejection, I'm very used to in acting now. If I get rejected elsewhere...
You're okay with that?
Getting rejected elsewhere might affect me. Getting rejected in acting, I have become used to in 10 years. And it is something that you need to learn very early on as an actor in Mumbai, because there's a lot of talent, there are a lot of brilliant people, and there's limited opportunities.
And also, a particular director would want a type of person or a type of, emotion out of one.
Yeah, and now it's also not just the director, it's director and platform. So now when I got selected by a director for a particular role, the platform wants to see if this fits their overall marketing plan, their overall future plan. So they had gone ahead and hired someone else for that. that hurt. But I was like, I understand the logic behind it. You need a particular face for a particular reason. I get it.
Yeah.
So audition is still happening. I was in Bombay. I gave 2 auditions, and let's see what happens. But acting will always be like love. That is something that I really enjoy doing.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And how was the treatment on sets towards all of this, towards you? Because I don't want to hurt you when I say this. You don't really do the top roles, right?
Correct.
Like of an actor. Or, so how is the treatment there? Because you are a public figure. You have that attention. You have that love.
Yeah.
But in set, how is it? Is that any different? The atmosphere?
Earlier, of course, when I was very new into the space, you would be treated a little differently. Like they would expect you that... we are giving you this opportunity. So
correct. Because also it's like a community.
Exactly. Right? That we're giving you this important opportunity. So you owe us a little bit of here and there. Like if we are asking you to double time, double shift, travel like crazy, don't complain, like do it. So earlier on, I would say yes to everything. But when I grew deeper into the space and I got to know, thankfully the roles that I'm also getting are impactful.
Yeah.
So even when I was playing Saloshna and Chamkila, that one scene I did, but that was a very pivotal part of the film.
Correct.
Which I'm very grateful for. So now it doesn't matter if it's a big role or small role, as long as it is an impactful piece. I would love to do that. And on set, I think things have become better. It is sad maybe because my popularity has increased or my work has increased. So people know me from different spheres. And it's sad that the respect has come because of that. The same respect can be given to an actor who's acting for the first time. The same respect can be given by someone who doesn't come with that line of work or that popularity. Correct. It's just a little sad that respect comes after you've become successful.
Correct. And only when you've given that amount of time and you know these people and these particular...
Exactly. So I've seen that. So now how they treat me on set versus on the same set how they're treating someone for the first time. I want to bridge that gap. So if I see something that is making me feel uncomfortable, I would voice it. I had a very, very small role. I had one dialogue and it was the first time I was on a movie set.
Wait, you were in Dangal?
Yeah.
When? What?
I was in college that time. It was my first time ever I've done a feature film. It's very, very one small line that I had to give towards the end of the film. A journalist. Wow, I only get journalist.
Yeah. You've made your mark as a true
Next
broadcaster.
time you'll see this girl who comes and vanishes within like 10 seconds. So that's me.
Yeah.
And on that set, I remember, obviously Sania and Fatima, it was the first film also. But they called me to have lunch with them. And I think the first AD was there and they were all talking to me. And I felt so comfortable. And that memory is literally etched in my heart. Because I was lost. It was a huge set. I entered and I was like, where do I eat lunch? What do I do? And they called me and they started talking to me. And that memory still makes me so happy.
Sania did that?
Sania, Fatima, the first AD, Abhishek was his name, and the director was also around, yes. And me as a very small actor, like not even tertiary, almost like an extra. And had to have that memory. So I really want that I should do that for others too. Because it's really impactful, it's very important. I don't know why respect has to have like sanctions.
No, but it's really important. I think it really goes into a heart and soul of a person and how they're thinking and their mental space. If they don't feel respected, then it's going to break them down like completely.
Completely, yeah. Very important. Yeah.
What does your future look like, Sahiba? Do you know?
I have no idea what my future looks like.
And it's okay not to know as well.
Yeah, no, but what I know is I do want to give him more time to acting. I do want to continue exploring the world of cricket because it's something that really excites me now. And I do not believe that I'm an influencer. Because whenever someone calls me, I don't resonate with that word. I don't think that is something that I actively do. Just because I have followers on a social media, that doesn't mean I'm an influencer. So that is something that is not on my charts at all. But acting and more cricket and finally taking time out for myself is very important.
Yes.
Yeah.
And going for a fourth session of therapy, please.
Yeah, fourth session of therapy, my healing journey. And just finding a companion in the future, having kids, taking care of my parents.
Do you have a checklist? that Seema auntie would definitely not approve of. But
This is part of my healing process. I used to have a checklist. Now there is no checklist.
really?
Yes, there's no checklist.
Nice.
Yeah.
But I think there should be like just at least one foundation.
My parents have a checklist. this my okay fine. ऐसा इंसान है ही नहीं दुनिया में. The amount of
आजकल
checklist नहीं हो सकता. The amount of checklist you have
But what is your ideal partner like? In a hypothetical universe.
needs to exist
Give it.
first. It just really needs to exist.
Imagine that the person exists.
Yeah. First is someone who understands me and my line of work and the avoidant person that I am. I think that is the toughest, to find someone who is like you. Second is I'm very spontaneous and I get bored easily. So I don't know if this is a Sagittarius trait or what, but I just want to like keep on being stimulated intellectually,
Yeah.
excitement, everything. So someone who enjoys that lifestyle. Family person. I think that's very important because I'm obsessed with my family.
Correct?
So someone who also is like that, and बस बाकी मतलब अच्छा इंसान होना चाहिए.
Yeah, this is bare minimum.
This is bare minimum. Yeah.
But that's very difficult to find now.
And desi. So many times people are like, this person in Canada, there's this person in UK, and this is Firang. No Firangs. I know NRIs. I'm such a desi person.
Yeah.
Like I want someone to like have chai and pakoda with me and like Maggie in the hills.
No,
and
100%.
share memes with me, but not the cool memes, like those Ganji Chudel memes type. So I need someone who's super desi.
Yeah.
For sure. Yeah.
Desi humor is what
Desi humor
moves
is
you.
very important. Yeah. 100%.
What is the most funniest thing that happened to you recently then?
Funniest? I don't know what is the funniest thing that happened. Oh,
you
my
laughed a lot.
Mom yesterday. Talk about my parents a lot. So my
That's okay.
mom yesterday just suddenly was sitting and my mom's talking about, eventually getting married and stuff. And because all my friends are getting married. I have 6 weddings in Feb.
Oh,
So my mom goes like, babe, age is just a number. It's your energy.
what? Wow.
I'm like,
Cool
what?
mom.
And I'm laughing. And then she's very proud that she said it. And then to my 18-year-old who just turned into an adult, she's like, babes, age is just a number. It's the energy. I'm like, what are you saying?
She's Regina's mother from Mean Girls.
Yeah,
Dude,
I was
cool
like, where
mom.
has this person come from? What are you saying? So I died laughing. And the way she was saying it also. Her specs are here and a muffler.
You're going to go to your parents now? We're in Delhi.
Yeah, my parents are worse than me. They're on too many flights and they keep traveling. So finally tonight we're all together. So I'm very excited. We're going to go to Gurdwara, like a nice happy family, have some prasad, come back home, have prawns and rice.
Wow.
I'm very excited about my night.
You like seafood?
Listen, I can eat anything. Oh,
You like food?
That is another thing, that the person has to be a foodie.
100%.
Cannot be finicky because I can't deal with it. When I want to go to a restaurant, we have to order a lot of things.
Yeah.
So we can share.
Yeah.
I don't want you to have one meal and me to have one meal. Then I don't like it.
Yeah, obviously. Like a minimum of 2 things so that I can have yours, you can have mine. Like, we can
And
try
my
other
love
things.
language is food.
Yeah?
That is my like I will send someone like food if you're
randomly.
unwell or if you're in a bad mood, like your favorite food. Like love is food.
Nice.
It has to be a foodie.
I just had Rajinder the Dhaba ka galoti kebab
it's
last
very
night.
good. Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Delhi
I should
has good food, so I'm quite excited.
Suggest me a great Delhi food place.
It depends where you are.
South Delhi?
You're in South Delhi, so
I'm in Malviya Nagar.
oh nice. That area has a lot of food to eat. There's a place called Swagat in Malviya Nagar. Swagat has coastal food.
Ooh.
So you'll get your appam and your crab and your chettinad prawns and everything.
Oh my God.
It is an OG restaurant, like a very old restaurant. It's great. Then you have the best burgers is Chard. And you can compare it to like a nice diner in the States. Like it's a
Ooh.
nice, messy,
yeah.
It's I think the best burger in India.
Really?
Yeah, Chard.
No Jimmy's, nothing.
Nothing. No, Jimmy.
Jimmy.
I love Jimmy's, but I'm just saying like Chard is.
Shit, you almost gave.
I know. I saw Chard is beyond. It is too good. Like In-N-Out and Chard. It's like that. I'm not joking.
Because you live here.
Because I'm obsessed with In-N-Out, so I'm telling you,
Biased to
Chard
this.
is really nice. And if you come to Gurgaon, Gurgaon is hub of expats. So there are a lot of Japanese and Korean people that live there who have started their restaurants.
Yeah.
So you get a lot of like hot pot restaurants and Korean barbecue, but authentic.
60 seconds masterclass.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And I would like from you a masterclass on how to be a good broadcaster.
Be yourself. Do not try to imitate anyone, and do not talk about things you don't know about. Because when you're in a live broadcasting and you say something you have no knowledge about, the follow-up could be very disastrous.
Have you ever had that?
No, because I don't do it.
Good.
Yeah.
Hence, the foundation is really important.
Very
people.
important. Yeah. Very important.
Okay, let's take you to the flip side. You already do a lot of things. So let's switch it up a little bit. What would be the one thing you would be happy doing for the rest of your life? Just one, okay?
Apart from like passion and hobby, like work-wise?
Yeah, including passion and hobby, but that could be the only thing that you do.
Just travel and eat. If I had to give up anything, I would only give up for traveling and eating.
As your bio says.
Yeah. It is so true. Yeah. Just give me food and let me be on a flight.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay, let's take you back in time real quick. DU की सबसे funny किस्सा बताओ आप.
DU में वो बीच में वो शुरू हुआ था DU confessions page.
Oh my God. Me not being a DU person, my college was all the way in Mumbai, but I know about this because certain friends of mine were.
That was a very popular page, and there were people on it that were not from DU only just because of the gossip. And I remember every morning I would wake up, and that time I think we had BBM or what it was and WhatsApp. Every morning I would wake up to a screenshot of some gup about me. Whether true or not, I was like, what are people talking about? So this Reddit posts and all is nothing compared to what happened in DU.
You are also a part of a lot of Reddit posts as well.
And I've given up. I don't even have Reddit on my phone. I don't have an account because I have given up on that platform. I do not want to know the Anchan on that platform. But yeah, before all of this, DU confession page was there, and they would talk about anything and everything, family background to boyfriends to what we spot someone eating to what they're saying to whether their zip was open or not, like nonsense. And every day there was something or the other.
Have you ever put any confession?
Over there, did I put any confession? Yeah.
Be brute.
Again, positive.
Are you serious?
Again, it was positive. I remember it was about a couple. There was this couple in Hindu who I really liked. I don't know why. They were so cute together. And I'm like, they're such a powerful couple, a power couple of DU theatre circuit. Amazing. They act so well and they're so cute together. Oh my God, yeah, I did that. God, I was crazy.
Was it you and someone else?
No, not me. It was someone from Hindu. Yeah, not me. I remember who it was also. I should message them after this. Yeah.
That's so sweet. Do you listen to music?
Yes. You want to know my favorite songs?
That is what I was coming to next.
My favorite song is Madari, which is a Coke Studio song.
Of course.
I love that song.
Great track.
Then She Will Be Loved, which is Maroon 5.
Yeah. Did you go to the Maroon 5 concert?
I was supposed to go to that, but I got to know that my parents were hosting a surprise party for me at my home, like my birthday. So what had happened was they were throwing a surprise party for me, and I was going for Maroon 5, and I got a call saying, like, listen, just trust me, just go home. I'm like, okay, fine. I don't have any regrets. That was such a sweet surprise birthday party. So I was really happy that I was there and not anywhere else. But jump to a completely different song is Bewafa by Imran Khan. That's one of my favorite songs.
What?
Yeah, so from Coke Studio to Maroon 5 to Bewafa.
To Imran.
Yeah, and then again Afro, then On the Low by Burna Boy. So very different genre.
Nice.
So my playlist is not even bipolar, like multiple
it's like the
personality.
work you do.
Yeah, it's spread out. Yeah.
That's great. Thank you so much for having this wonderful conversation with us.
Thank you so much. It was great, and I religiously follow Brut since years,
Me too.
Yeah, since years. But even I think before Brut was in India, I used to follow it from the French time.
Brut France.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah, it's been a while. Yeah.
Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you so much for having me and the coffee. Guys, please like, comment, and say nice things. And if you have bad things to say, just shut up.
Sahiba will come and equalize that. Balance it up.
Balance it. I'll reply to you.
I will also do that. I'll join you.
Dude, comments on the best thing that's happened to digital media.
100%.
Love comments.
Chat उसी बात पे आपकी सबसे फेवरेट साहिबा की चीज़ बता दो हमको जल्दी से. And thank you. This is Bye from Brut and Meher and Sahiba Bali.
साहिबा की बेस्ट चीज़ है जब चुप हो जाती है.